Hello and welcome to this new video where we today are gonna do the final week of America's Stage 1 and my pick'ems for it. So far, I've been doing pretty well. I think I have done pretty well, right? 7.5%, then 3.3 here, so I'm in like the top 15%. I've been pretty well. I've been doing pretty well. I obviously didn't predict EG to beat KRU last week, otherwise I got it pretty much spot on. I did pick Loud to beat 100 Thieves, which obviously didn't happen. No, I'm pretty sure I have gotten some of the upsets right. These two were obviously hella wrong. Um, but other than that, I did pick Crew over Sentinels. And then what else is another one that might be considered an upset? Not really that much, but either way, I think I've been doing pretty well so far. And now going into the final week, we have some really exciting games actually. Now going into game one, this is gonna be the banger and might honestly be game of the week. As we have G2 versus Cloud9. Now I'm not gonna go anything crazy here. I am a G2 believer, and I will continue to be so. And it's because it's worked so far, and I don't think they're losing today, or not today, this week. And I think they're going 5-0. I genuinely believe they're going 5-0. Now, MIBR Furia should be kind of simple. It should just be MIBR. I mean, it's Furia, so anything can happen. But so far, Furia has, like, at most gotten map, maybe even only look good for, like, a half, and then just completely fall apart. And I don't think that will change. I genuinely don't think that will change for this game. And MIBR should clean sweep Furia. They genuinely should. Now, Sentinels 2G could be closer than a lot of people think. I mean, we saw 100 Thieves. It was not that comfortable against 2G, but Sentinels should still win. They should still win, and I think they still will. Now, KRU. KRU is a really interesting one because I really like this KRU team, but they looked absolute doodoo pads this week. They actually looked a really fucking ass this week. Like, really fucking terrible against EG. And sure, some might say, well, it's EG, it happens, whatever. Well, it's not like EG looked that amazing. Sure, they looked pretty okay, but they didn't look that good. So I'm actually tempted to take 100 Thieves here. And I could see it happening. Considering 100 Thieves is on a bit of a run, right? They beat Loud, they beat 2G, they beat EG. Like, they're not lost since week one, and KRU just lost a game. I'm gonna pick 100 Thieves here. I'm gonna pick 100 Thieves. I'm not 100 Thieves Glazer either. I really don't want 100 Thieves to win, to be honest. Like, I don't know what it is. I just don't like that team very much. And I'm not even a Sentinels Glazer. I'm a G2 fan. I just think Boostio is kind of a douche. And I don't know. I've always had something slightly against Asuna. I don't know. And then the rest of the team I don't really care for that much. It's just, yeah, I just think 100 Thieves could win that game, and therefore I'm picking 100 Thieves. Now, going on to the final two games, these are actually kind of interesting. They genuinely are. I do think Leviathan put up much more of a fight against G2 than I thought, and I think I'm picking them here. But this could honestly be closer than people think. I mean, NRG have looked absolutely shambolic for the past 2 weeks. Like, absolutely ludicrously bad. But I could see this one being close. I mean, if Leviathan looks as good as it did against G2, probably not. But I could see it being close. I genuinely could. But at the same time, I could also see it going 2-0 to Lev, and being nowhere near close, because that's how it's looked against MIBR and G2. Now, Leviathan, I think it's going to be closer than those two games, but I do think it should be a clean 2-0. As I do think Leviathan actually are starting to look really good now. I genuinely believe this team could make a run for it in playoffs. I genuinely believe so. Um, I genuinely believe that they're sort of a dark horse. Like, I feel like if I were to predict any three teams to make it right now, it would probably be G2, MIBR, and either Sen, C9, or KRU. And KRU would be my number three pretty confidently if it wasn't for their last week game against EG. But either way, I mean, honestly, like, I could see it being Lev at this point. Lev has looked really good. Like, they played a close game against G2. They beat Furia pretty comfortably. And then, sure, they lost to Cloud9 pretty badly. But ever since then, I feel like they've looked better and better with each game they play. And could be like a dark horse here. Now, coming into it, like, it's going to be rough for Lev, right? It's going to be rough for them. It's no doubt it's going to be tough to get back, right? To get into playoffs, it's going to be a rough battle. But it is that NRG game. It is that final game that really matters, right? Like, if they beat NRG, they're making playoffs. And if NRG beats Lev, they're making playoffs. So it's really that game that matters. And if they beat them there, I could see them as a dark horse. As long as that game isn't like too insanely one-sided, I could genuinely see Lev being like a secret dark horse play for playoffs. Now going into EG versus Loud, I don't want to be that guy because I know Loud has kept it close versus 100 Thieves and Sentinels and has looked better, but they're just not winning at all right now. And although I did say KRU looked terrible, EG looked a lot better as well this week, alright? Like the thing is, right, you when two maps ends 13-4, 13-7, and it's a 2-0 stomp, usually it's a mix of one team looking bad and one team looking good, right? Now in this case, sure, KRU looked below their standard. But at the same time, G2 also looked really good. Like really good. Um, I think that on that day that even Sentinels would have beat KRU? Yes. Do I think EG probably did about as well as Sentinels would have done that day against KRU? Yeah. Am I comparing them to Sentinels and saying that they're equally as good as Sentinels? On a day-to-day basis, probably not. But I still have more belief in this EG roster than I do in Loud. I still do. And for that reason, I'm actually picking EG here. Which hurts, man. It really does. Because this Loud roster should not be this bad. It should not be this bad. And it should not be going 0-5. But I think it's going 0-5. And it is kind of sad. But yeah, that's my pickings for this week. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. Comment if you think I got into the same take. And I will see you in the next one.